Stories come and stories go, stories ebb and stories flow, stories fade and stories stay, some are remembered to this day. The Glass Princess is one such tale, a queendom wide across the dale. Princess Lilithena, as she was named, was their child, it was proclaimed. But what of the Queen and King's first child? Prince Elrad, neglected, began to grow wild. As the years tumbled by, his jealousy grew. His sister became popular whilst he withdrew. He scoured the ancient royal library for scrolls of spells on sorcery. Transformed by magic, a witch he looked. She was tricked, for she mistook. Old, withered, twisted and gnarled, Elrad spoke and snarled.
"Hello, my dear, what a pretty thing! A gift for you I do bring."
Elrad held out his wrinkled hand, the finest sweetmeat in all the land.
"Try some, dear, just one little taste. I've saved the best bit, so make haste."
Not to offend, she took a bite. Too late for her, she didn't feel right. A frozen sensation began to pass. Through her limbs she was turning to glass. By now the witch had disappeared, and by coincidence Elrad had reappeared. "Sister, sweet sister, what has befallen you? What has happened? You are glass through and through. Who has done this most foul deed? I will find them and make them bleed. Stay in the tower until I can find a wizard with magic to unbind." Wizards came and wizards went. White witches summoned, but their magic spent. None could draw the dark magic out. Over time was growing doubt. Magic spells in secret she read, grimoires, scrolls, even books of the dead. Although her spells helped many a folk, none would help the curse to revoke. The princess fell deep in despair. Her lowest ebb, this was rare. But one ancient spell she stumbled upon told of shape-shifting from beast to swan. She chose a swift for her bird, cast the spell, and she heard glass crunching and changing form, her new body now not the norm. A glass bird, the princess could fly. She stretched her glass feathers and flew into the sky. But she knew the tower, she must return. Changing back was her concern. Sadly her body remained glass still. To break the curse was still her will. But life can also sing sour. Tragedy struck one midnight hour. Both queen and king a fever caught, and there they died, all were distraught. The prince and princess had to be told, their tears cascading uncontrolled. As was custom, they would rule together, rain and shine, whatever the weather. But Elrad had other ideas. Foul rumours he spread, creating fears. The glass princess is not fit to rule. The common folk he tried to cajole. Instead I shall rule alone, until her glass is turned to bone. A grand festival was declared, games and food to be shared. All the guests travelled far and wide, through various parts of the countryside. She flew out of her window to see the fair. She flew over the people to hear them declare what a miracle the princess is. But this was confusing, this was a quiz. She listened to more of the townsfolk, praised her kindness, and inside awoke the love she felt for helping for years. Natural magic grew and released her tears. As they rolled down her skin, her flesh returned to begin. A life anew, the curse was broken. Enlightenment shone through and had awoken. Standing tall, a lady once more. The crowd were stunned and in awe. Their princess returned to rule instead, as her cowardly brother had turned and fled. The curse was shattered, the princess knew, because of one reason her love grew. The years of loneliness were tough. Quietly she whispered, "I am enough." The princess ruled over a happy land since the day she made her stand. The people loved her and did rejoice, for the glass princess had found her voice.